see how a gay marriage in any way damages a straight marriage. I don't see it at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. It just seems to me that people want to be look, if you wanted to look at logic, especially in our modern society, which is pretty fucked when it comes to relationships, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 50% of all marriages end in divorce anyway. They don't make it.
Why wouldn't I want to do that?
I don't know if anything would damage marriage and damage the institution of marriage is the option of divorce. I don't think gay people getting married in any way, shape, or form changes a bond that you have with your wife. It's just called marriage. It's a human invented thing. If we decide that gay people can get married too, I just don't see how it damages anything. I don't think it tears down the definition of marriage in any way. It just opens up the possibility that people who are gay won't be discriminated against.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Joe here. Like, I've personally never been against gay marriage. I don't really care.
No,
we have gay friends.
not even a little bit. Like, never, not for a second. I've never taught you that, and I have never believed that my whole life. And I know that's because I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and I was in Manhattan a lot, and we just had all kinds of people, and that was a mecca for being whoever the fuck you wanted to be. So I was used to it. I didn't grow up in, rural Oklahoma where that was
like you say,
strange there back then.
Yeah, like the LGB is different from the TQ plus. Like, it's just different.
Yeah, it's a different thing. It's a different thing altogether. And you were never taught that, and you growing up in a city, like it wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even a conversation. Like, it was just people were people.
Do you remember it used to just be LGB?
I don't even know if it was LGB. We didn't even have that back in my day. We didn't have all these fucking labels and acronyms.
It was LGB, and then it was LGBT,
yeah,
and then they added the Q, and I'm like, queer. Like, isn't gay queer? Like, what do you fucking...
And then it's AI plus, and I don't even know what that means.
And then it was plus, and then it's AI plus.
They added the plus because they got so many friggin' ridiculous. They got so ridiculous that they just were just like, you know what, guys, we're just going to put a plus sign here, and that means all of you. Because they all wanted a label, and they all wanted it. Listen, that's a whole other thing. And that is what's still keeping Matt Walsh, I think, the TQAI plus, and how cartoonish that whole world has become, has hurt the LGBs so badly because they're still attached to them. They're like, do you ever see or hear about a dog that was tied to a car bumper while the owner went into the store and then came out and forgot the dog was tied to the car bumper and drove away, and then the dog just got dragged for miles until that's what the TQIs whatever are doing to the LGBs. Like, they're like dragging them through the fucking mud with their insanity, and they're innocent. They have nothing to do with this kind of insanity and cartoonish bullshit. So they're I'm sorry.
An insane analogy.
Well, that's what's happening, because now you have them all lumped in together, and Matt Walsh is hard against the TQIA, and I get it, because again, they're cartoonish and ridiculous and trying to over-sexualize children. The gays never did that. They never wanted children involved in it. They just wanted rights. They just wanted to live their lives freely and be able to not be discriminated in adoption and marriage and all those things, because they were just loving people who had different sexual orientation. So Matt Walsh has to learn how to separate those two in his mind, because I don't like his take on this.